Hello folks, this is Sullla once again. Welcome to another video for League of Legends. This is a replay from URF mode, Ultra Rapid Fire mode, as sent to me by Rienzo. So thanks for sending this to me, Rienzo. And this one, well, you've got to watch this one to believe it, because it does not go the way that you would expect. Let me give you a quick background on Ultra Rapid Fire mode, or URF mode for short, which I'll just refer to it as URF mode. It has come back. It is a very popular feature in League of Legends. I don't know why Riot doesn't make it a permanent game mode, but they seem to prefer breaking it out every now and then and having URF available for like a month or two each year. The current version is the random version of Ultra Rapid Fire mode. I think it's officially called URF, which is like all random URF mode. So you do not get to pick your champions. They are randomly assigned in the staging, but basically everybody gets a random champion and then you play this super fast, super short game mode. What do I mean by that? Well, you might have noticed that a lot of champions are using their abilities, but really like on super short cooldowns. So I'm just going to highlight what the buff is that everyone gets in URF mode. The awesome buff of awesomely awesome buffing. So mana and energy consumption is cut in half, reduced by 100%. 80% cooldown reduction on abilities, activated items, and summoner spells. 25% tenacity, plus 60 movement speed. That's not plus 60%, that's a plus 60 flat movement speed. Attack speed bonuses increased by 50%, plus 100% for ranged champions. Crit steal more damage, health costs reduced by 50%. And then the last two are, of course, jokes. Your attacks have a small chance to rework Rise and take reduced damage from unicorns. So this is quite popular for obvious reasons. Your champions are on everything's super fast, cooldowns are incredibly short, you get way more health and mana regen so you don't run out, you can just spam your stuff. URF mode tends to favor poke champions, so like right now you notice that the poor Darius player can't really even get close because Anivia's Flash Frost is on a 2-second cooldown. It's very hard for someone like Darius to get in and actually engage on someone when there's a stun that's on that short of a cooldown. So the game mode really favors champions that have ranged poke. It highly disadvantages melee champions, and this is one reason why I do not like the random version of it, because the vast majority of these games are won or lost on the staging screen just based on what everybody rolls. But if you're looking for a quick game mode, not a lot of strategy, just like something to pass the time, it can be fun, but I personally don't enjoy spending too much time on this. So in this game, Rienzo's playing as Udyr. Udyr, you know, his abilities are on super duper short cooldowns, but the biggest problem for Udyr is he is entirely melee, and it is very hard for him to get close enough to deal damage when, like I said, all these other ranged champions have like stuns that are on ridiculously short cooldowns. So Rienzo is also jungling in this game, and honestly, jungling in this game in URF probably doesn't make a lot of sense. It just takes too long to clear the jungle camps. You might as well just be in lane, because most of the gold in this game mode comes from killing enemy champions, not from farming. There's not a lot of farming that takes place in this game, or in this game mode, because most of the games tend to be over in, I don't know, like 10 minutes, 15 at max. They are very short games. And if you are unfortunate to roll someone like Darius, there's not a lot he can do. He can never really get very close to Aurelion Sol or Anivia, just because they've got way too much ranged poke on him. Right there, you're going to see the shutdown onto in mid, onto that Echo player, and then let's just check in the bottom lane as well, where you've got Ezreal and Maokai, and Ezreal quite good in this game mode, so is Corki. Any champion that can kind of spam ranged attacks on a short cooldown does well, but this bot lane is losing right now. I will try to set up the lanes down here in a way that reflects where people are actually laning. I don't know if it's going to stay like that, but I'll do my best. So just so you get a sense of the gameplay here, Lucian picks up that kill really fast, and then everybody's flashing, everybody is kung fu fighting. No, you get the idea. So yeah, Maokai is just tossing saplings. He's got his sapling toss on a 2-second cooldown as well. But again, there's not much he can do. Lucian's going to have no trouble finishing this off. And getting an act. Oh, here we go. Now we've got another duel coming in, but like Lucian can dash so fast. Once he gets ahead, yeah, he's just going to do that. The blue team actually kind of lucked out. They got an actual AD plus support pairing down here in bottom lane. So you won't see me casting a lot of these games. These games are just totally frenetic. There's It's really hard to keep track of what's going on because there's so much fighting in every lane, but it's become pretty clear that the blue team has gotten ahead in this game, in part because I think their champs are a little bit better in terms of randomness. Darius, Udyr, Maokai, none of them very good in this game mode. So partly I think they randomly rolled better champions, but they've also played a little bit better. Yeah, particularly in that bottom lane where they really snowballed ahead. They have 6 kill. They're 6-0 in the bot lane. The other team is 0-6. It is funny seeing people pop their flashes like Skittles in this game mode because they're on such short cooldowns. But you can see the scoreboard at the top, 17-4. Blue team's getting pretty far ahead in this one. And there's not a ton that red team can really do other than try to catch them out in mistakes and hope that the blue team just does stupid things. I should also mention the cannons. You might notice these cannons firing. This is a new feature added in this year's version of URF. When you die and you go back to the fountain, you can hop in the cannon and it will shoot you out on the map, and you can shoot to, I think, pretty much on the river. My understanding is that as the game goes on, the cannon will shoot you further onto the map. So this is a way to make the already fast game mode even faster by getting you back out onto the map in mere seconds after you die and then respawn back at the fountain again. Meanwhile, in the larger picture, you can see blue team is pushing pretty much everywhere. They just picked up yet another kill in bottom lane as Ezreal dies again. It's like Maokai is going to try to go in, and I suppose it's nice for Maokai that his Sap Magic passive can kick in so often. But still, he is just inherently very difficult for him to get in close enough to do a lot of damage to someone like Lucian, who already has 7 kills. Meanwhile, in mid, that Echo has already picked up 6 kills, already finished his Proto Belt. And in top lane, the top lane is currently 6-2 for the blue team. 6 kills, 2 deaths. And they've snowballed pretty far ahead. Also, the turret plating is already dropped. Drops super fast, like everything happens in this game mode. And now, oh boy, yeah, Tom Kench just gonna jump in there. Poor Rienzo. He's probably doing better than just about anyone else on his team, but he's already died 3 times. And only has a 25 minion kills. If you want to look at the gold totals, here's just a quick peek right now. Again, you can see that blue team is just really, really far ahead already. I mean, they're ahead by 17 kills at not even the 7-minute mark yet. So they're going to go ahead and pick up the first turret as well, and they are already out to, what, almost 9,000 gold lead this early on in the game. And this game mode is, of course, super snowbally as well, because once somebody gets ahead, it can be very difficult to stop them from just killing you again and again and again because they've got the item advantage. And then they can, they can kind of leverage that advantage even harder than they would in a normal game because, again, their cooldowns are super short. I mean, imagine if, like, okay, so, like, look at Lucian. Lucian's really, really far out ahead in this game right now. Imagine if Lucian, can use his Q every second. That means it takes a situation where he's ahead, and it just means that he is even further ahead because he's getting to use his skills so much faster than he would normally. I do think that the Maokai ultimate being on a 24-second cooldown is pretty funny. You can actually use it for wave clear. Like, you can use it to clear pretty much every wave because, what is it, waves spawn every 30 seconds? You get a lot of silly stuff like that. Oh, and like right now, yeah, Anivia just spamming that wall to try to get the Scuttle Crab. So it looks like a good fight for Corki, but no, it turns out it's not a good fight because, what is that, Echo popped in there as well. And note that the only dragons that spawn in this game mode are Elder Dragons. Now, this is going to take a while for them to kill, and if there's one resource that's super precious in this game mode, it is your time, because everything is so accelerated. The time that they're using to get this dragon is going to allow Rienzo to push up here in the top lane and to try to get some damage on this turret, because they are going to have to spend almost 30 seconds on this Elder Dragon. However, the rewards for taking the Elder Dragon are enormous in URF mode, because not only do you get the Elder Dragon bonus, you get every Elemental Drake bonus. So yep, they get the equivalent of taking all 4 of the Elemental Drakes, and so they will have the benefits of all 4 of them. So like if I highlight this, they've got the Infernal, Mountain, Cloud, and Ocean Drake benefit, plus the Elder Dragon benefit, which gives them the burn effect and amplifies the 4 Elemental Drakes for the next 2.5 minutes. So if this game was virtually impossible for Red Team to win already, it's going to be just that much more impossible now that that Elder Dragon buff is sitting there on the blue team. And they're, what, 12,000 gold ahead at the 9-minute mark? You might be thinking, this looks like a really crummy game to highlight URF mode. Why would you pick this game to show it? Well, just you wait and see, because this one is going to get real interesting in a couple of minutes. And this one did not play out in the way I expected. In the meantime, though, we do see Corki trying to pick a duel down here with Aurelion Sol. One of the other things that can happen is you can get champions that, obviously, since it's just random, you have no idea how to play. you know, champions that aren't as popular, like Aurelion Sol. Let's face it, he's pretty niche. Not many people play him. I think CLG was like the only team that ever played him in competitive. Had it as that pocket pick that they used for a while. But you can get these champs that nobody really plays, or champions that just aren't that popular, and then you end up in a situation where, you know, you want to play, I don't know, you want to play like Zed or something, and then you end up getting like Poppy, and it's like, oh, yeah, okay, I randomed Poppy in an URF game. So again, that's part of the reason why I don't enjoy this game that much, just because the odds are with, what, almost 150 champions in this game, you're probably going to random something you don't have a lot of familiarity with, and it's just going to be silly. And, you know, the enemy team is going to have like a Lux player who binds you every 2 seconds, and it's not nearly as much fun as it sounds like. So we are starting to get towards the end game here. Blue team is pushing on this inhibitor, and honestly, if the rest of the team was just backing up Echo here, they could probably take this inhibitor really easily, but for some reason they're like clearing the Raptors, and I don't quite understand why they would be doing that. But the inhibitor has been exposed, and that's going to open up an opportunity for the blue team to look to push here. Now, Rienzo is going to get caught by this Echo player, and I mean, Echo is just incredibly strong at this point. Already has finished 2 items, has that Elder Dragon bonus, so there's not a lot that Rienzo can do. And it really just feels like at this point in time, it's just a matter of time until the blue team just groups up, pushes in as 5, grabs this inhib in top lane, and then just ends the game off of that. It just feels like that's how this one's going to end, and that there's not really a lot that the red team can do about it, because they keep getting picked off. They're now 14,000, almost 15,000 gold behind. It's 31-5 in kills. Like, this game is not even remotely close. So, and like, Echo can really just kill anyone on the map 1v1. No one can stop him. He's 11-2 on the game, or certainly no one on the red team can stop him. And he has, the way has been cleared to go and grab this inhibitor up in top lane. Rest of the team's even doing kind of like a split push, which I kind of like as an idea. If they would just keep the other 4 in bot lane, they could probably get these towers pretty easily, while Echo is continuing to put that pressure on in top lane. So their Elder Dragon has worn off, but again, they still do get to keep the benefit of all those other dragons. Yeah, but instead of pushing that, the entire team turns around and runs after Corki. And remember how I said time is literally the most important thing in one of these games? Not the greatest idea to send 4 different champions chasing after a Corki like this, who of course again can Valkyrie every like 2 seconds or something absurd. Every 4 seconds he can Valkyrie. So that leaves Echo off on an island by himself, but he is going to look to 1v2, gets off the Zanya's Hourglass to get the kill there, then is going to ult to get his health back and just pops Ezreal like a blister. And now the whole team is gathered, all 5 are here, it's an easy inhib take. And really, at this point, all they have to do is just grab a minion wave. There's one coming in behind them. Grab the minions, follow them into the tower, follow them into the base, push over the Nexus turrets, and the game is over. But for some reason, they decide to turn around, and like half of them are walking through towers, and Lucian is backing, and for no clear reason why. So I really don't understand why they didn't just follow the minions into the base and just end this game. But they choose not to do that. And while they are doing that, Corki and Rienzo are down here in bot lane, and they're going to look to shove this lane. So there's a pretty easy solution. Either you can send one person back to stop their push, or alternately, you are incredibly far ahead. Just take all 5 champions, follow this minion wave into the base, kill the turrets, game's over. But they are not really doing that, so Corki's still sitting here, still pushing this tower. Now there is a team fight breaking out, and blue team is going to continue chasing. They're going to look to polish off Maokai. So, okay, now surely they're just going to grab the minions and finish off the game, right? Well, maybe. Corki is still down here, still looking to push this wave. And meanwhile, blue team, they're still getting champion kills, but they're not really focusing the Nexus to the extent that they should. Corki still down here. Again, no one has gone back. Just need to send one back to stop Corki. But blue team continuing to fight enemy champions. Not really looking to finish the base, and here's Corki, still auto-attacking, still pushing. Why has no one gone back to stop Corki? Why are they still fighting instead of killing turrets? Don't really understand that, but Corki's gotten one Nexus turret, Corki's going to get another Nexus turret, and now he's onto the Nexus. So now blue team desperately recalling to try to finish off Corki before they actually lose this game. And, oh, he's going to get it. No, he flashes, but cannot pull off the X-P.E.K.K.A. 534 health left on the Nexus, so no, not quite, but despite all of that, still not able to finish off this game. So it is 41-8. and blue team is still 12,000 gold ahead, but their nexus is incredibly low, and they have to watch and be very careful to make sure that no one can backdoor them. So what they really should be doing, probably drop a couple wards in their jungle just to make sure that somebody can't sneak through. This in particular is just bonkers. Why Tom Kench is soloing the Elder Dragon, I have no idea, but he's going to do that, and meanwhile Lucian's going to chase after Ezreal. So Quirky, meanwhile, is going to cannon in. He's going to use the package to go over the red pit. Then he's going to look to Valkyrie again. Valkyrie comes up cooldown, and Anivia suddenly realizes it. Can Anivia get off the wall? And no, oh, gonna get the wall, but Valkyrie's over it. And Quirky, oh, you son of a gun. Did that really just happen? Is this real life? Well, apparently it is. And so Rienzo's team, thanks to that push from Quirky and some mind-bogglingly bad play from the blue team, is actually going to win this one, even though they're down 42-8 in kills, down almost 13,000 gold. And I literally do not know how that happened in this game. It is a, it is solo queue, it is uncoordinated, but why blue team did not just push as 5, follow the minions into the base, and kill the Nexus, I will never understand that. Or alternately, just send one back to stop Quirky pushing. That's all it takes, one person going back. Echo could have easily killed him, Lucian could have killed him. But they didn't do it, and so somehow Red Team does end up winning this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, getting a little taste for what URF looks like if you haven't had a chance to play it. Until next time, hope you guys are having a great week. See you soon. Take care.